If gaming consoles are always running hot these days, how is gaming cool? Many parts of the Northern Hemisphere are experiencing a heatwave, which has prompted Nintendo to put out advice that the Switch isn't designed to operate above 35 degrees Celsius. First of all, as an Australian, I am legally required to laugh and or mock any part of the world who claims it's hot. Back to Nintendo. What do you mean, please use the console in areas between 5 and 35 degrees Celsius? The Switch has been selling in Australia for like 5 years now without any temperature or operational warnings, and even in the middle of winter, some places still pass that. Were Australians meant to be storing their Switches in the fridge over summer this whole time? Or maybe that's why I could never get the advertised frame rate in Pokemon Let's Go. Sony has introduced a new loyalty program in PlayStation Stars. PlayStation Stars are described by Sony as loyalty points. They can be earned through a wide range of tasks, including play any game to winning tournaments or even being the first player in your local time zone to achieve a platinum blockbuster title. Your points can then be redeemed at the PlayStation Store and contribute towards discounts on games and other PlayStation purchases, though I'd probably avoid using them on any movies given news from last week. And yes, I'm plugging my own video. Be sure to check it out and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming Gamesplaining episodes. But what do you think? Is Sony on the right track to keeping people engaged and committed to the PlayStation platform? Or will PlayStation users simply ignore the feature until it drops off into non-existence, much like the PlayStation iToy and move? PlayStation, I'm not sure that's a thing. As one brand exclusive currency is born, another dies. BioWare is ending the long-running BioWare Points currency, a form of transitional currency, that is, currency you buy with your own local currency to then buy things at BioWare's store, because just being able to buy things with your money would be far too simple. With this move, a number of DLCs that required the currency to be purchased are being made free, including non-multiplayer DLCs for early Mass Effect and Dragon Age titles. EA, the parent company of BioWare, is giving users until just October the 11th this year to spend any BioWare points they've bought, and, at least at the time of writing, is still allowing customers to purchase points from EA and through third-party vendors such as GameStop without any warning that the points will be completely useless in just a couple of months. I wonder if EA had been in contact with Ubisoft recently. The Spanish have joined the fight! The Spanish Ministry of Consumption has made the country the most recent contender in the fight against loot boxes in the gaming industry, as it opened consultation on a draft law that would outright ban loot box mechanics in video games for minors. The consultation is asking whether loot boxes should be regulated, and if so, should they be regulated as a gambling product or simply prohibited entirely. It's worth noting that for the purposes of this proposal, Spain is using the term minor to include anyone under the age of 18, meaning only games that are rated X would be able to include loot boxes. This would also limit or potentially even remove the ability for developers to advertise their games in Spain if they continue to include the feature. Of course, games like The Elder Scrolls Online will get to keep their loot crates and remain unaffected as they're already rated for an 18+ experience across Europe. But Overwatch might find it loses a large volume of players if it were to increase its rating to keep its precious boxes. A glitch in Fall Guys has been causing gamers to auto-buy items that they preview, and Mediatonic is denying them refunds. Or it was, until this story went viral a few days ago. After a recent update, gamers were reporting that games would automatically purchase items in store without asking the user or confirming the purchase, both of which are standard not just in Fall Guys, but in gaming stores around the globe. When users submitted tickets along with video proof, they were met with response from support staff that there was no bug or known issue on the matter, and further stating that the situation gamers were reporting was impossible, and as such, no refunds would be given to players. The full response is behind me if you want to pause and have a read. Epic, the game's current publisher, also refused all refund requests from gamers. That is, they did, until the issue started trending just 2 days before I filmed this script. At which point, Mediatonic issued a statement that there was in fact a known bug making purchases on players' behalf, and that all gamers affected would receive a refund, and furthermore, all players would receive a free skin as an apology. Funny how those attitudes change with some bad press. But what will never change is me telling you about freebies you can snag during the week. Unfortunately, there's no new freebies on Steam this week, but Epic Games Store are giving away Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms and Wonder Boy The Dragon's Trap. Prime Game members are also offered Maniac Mansion, Suzerain, Fishing North Atlantic, and Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. That's all for now. We'll be back with the usual array of short news stories through the week and a new episode next Tuesday. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any.